Well, if it isn't a reflection on my third semester of film school, I'm gonna stop posing like an anime character now and get right to it. So, third semester of film school, or I guess first semester at a different film school, was way better than the other one. It had some downs, or I guess negative moments, but wasn't as bad as the other place I was at. So that's good. Um, I don't really have a organization to this thing. I'm just gonna reflect on it. So professors are better. That's nice. Watched a lot of cool movies. A lot of French cinema, African cinema, a lot of Spike Lee movies. I think Spike Lee has become one of my favorite directors. I would love to make films like that where it's like you actually have to work to understand the film, or I guess just like make films about shit that's important and needs to be discussed. So I'm looking forward to his next film, whatever it may be. I'd love to see him take on like different genres. I don't know. I just imagine like, what if Spike Lee made a sci-fi movie and it was like an allegory for XYZ? I don't know. But yeah, that was good. So those were fun classes where it's like watch the movies. I think I mentioned this in the last video where it was like I enjoyed the classes in which I just had to watch movies rather than make them. I think the same applies to this semester, honestly, which is, I don't know, kind of weird to say because there wasn't really any production courses that I was in. I was in like two or just one production course, and that was fine. And I guess while I'm there, I'll just talk about that. Same principle, but kind of dealt with in a way better way. And what I mean by that is like at the previous institution, it was just like, hi, you have like a short, tiny window to come up with a script, crew, and all this other shit in like a few weeks and whatever. But this class is like, we're going to give you more time to develop that and flesh that out so you have a more fucking efficient pitch and not just something that's rushed together. And sure, it kind of felt a bit drawn out and dragged out, but I like that better than just like, yeah, you have 2 weeks to figure this shit out, by the way. Like, I don't know. I mean, I got to pitch my idea again, or a different idea. Well, it wasn't a different idea. It was the same fucking idea I tried last semester, which is fine. But didn't get picked again. That's okay. Rejection is part of life, and that's fine because honestly, it's something I could probably do on my own. Because like just thinking of it now, I don't want to get into too much detail, but thinking of it now, it's something that I could like make in the style that like Joel Haver makes his like 1940s videos and whatnot with like the projector doing different backgrounds. Speaking of which, I got a I got a green screen and I'm gonna do some funny bit with the green screen that will probably turn out like shit in post. But oh well. So yeah, this is cool. Might use this if I can get it flattened somehow. I need like a thing to hang it on. Oh my god, no, put it back, please. Please put it back, no. Please. Okay, but yeah, they give you more time to flesh out your idea, flesh out your script, all that shit. And while I didn't get picked, that's okay. That's fine. That doesn't mean that I can't make the movie. I will someday. Granted, to quote James Rolfe from his book, his recent book, Movie Making Nerd, and I'm gonna be quoting that book a lot because I learned a lot from that book also. But anyway, to quote him, you have to accept that you're not gonna make all of your ideas, which is kind of a hard pill to swallow, but that's life. But that doesn't mean I'm not gonna try. But anyway, oh, never mind. I have to, I have to fucking pause this. Oh shit. Oh yeah, my battery's gonna die for some reason. BRB. Hello? Yeah? Okay, yeah. New battery, yeah, woohoo. Remember gamers, or remember filmmakers, always double check and make sure that all your batteries are fully charged before doing literally anything. even if it's just a little thing like this. And of course, now I've lost my train of thought. Finding the train of thought. Something. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make my own movie. And while it's okay that I can't make all of my ideas, I am going to still try. But yeah, boo-hoo, I got rejected, whatever. Gonna make it in the future anyway, sometime, and it'll be fun. But yeah, I'm gonna keep going on like, oh, I like the class better. Yeah, so it's a good class, and now I'm in the second part of the class where it's actually making the film. I'm a producer for a student film. The idea is awesome, and I love it, and I'm really looking forward to working on it, and it's gonna be fun. There are some things that I'm a bit hazy and fuzzy on, but I'll get to that later. Other production class, took another screenwriting class, which I was worried that it was gonna be like, it was like, oh, it's advanced screenwriting. Oh, cool. And then it's like, oh, it's just called screenwriting. And I'm like, oh, not cool, because I already took one. But then it was like, oh, it's fine, because I like ended up learning more there too. And I wrote a script for a movie that I'd like to see made one day. So that was fun. Learned a lot more in that screenwriting class, in addition to the one I already had. So that was good. And yeah, that was fun. And it's so, how do I want to even talk about it? I mean, I kind of, I don't know. I'm thinking, like, in the future, will this fuck me over if I talk about this? No, it's fine, because fuck it, whatever. While I was, like, taking that screenwriting class and working on my screenwriting assignment, I'm like, oh, I have Final Draft installed. I'm gonna fucking work on another script for a German movie. A fucking German movie that's literally just green screen. It's just the German movie made entirely with, like, just his green screen shit. And then I, like, got, like, not even, I don't think 2 pages through it, because I kept trying to fucking find the timestamps for each moment, and I'm just like, this is gonna take forever. I quit. Well, not quit. It's currently sitting in a big fucking ass folder on my external hard drive that has all the green screen shit. And then, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll finish it one day. I don't know. I think it'd be pretty funny. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, that screenwriting class was fun. Yeah, I don't know. I guess now it's time to be negative. Thunder sound effect dot wave. But no, this semester had its ups and downs. It's honestly kind of hard to reflect because not only just the holiday break, but also the tragedy that occurred that kind of just put everyone in like panic mode and like, okay, fuck school. I would like to remain safe. I don't give a shit about classes anymore. And that's, yeah, that was fucked up. But I think with the negatives or the minor points of it is just, it's still difficult for me to, like, I guess, fit in or try to engage. That's not the school's fault. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's anyone's fault. It's just life. You're not always going to click with everyone. That's okay. But better to just be yourself instead of just forcing yourself to fit into a puzzle piece. But I don't know. Just be nice, because I still would like to be like some of my other favorite filmmakers on YouTube or whatever that are just like, yeah, let's just get with friends and fuck around and make funny shit. But that's fine. And again, I'm going to kind of connect this with James's book. It's a really good book. I highly check it out. It's funny, but also has some like real shit that I also like learned a lot about that I'm glad that I probably won't learn in film school. Like, for example, like, oh, you want to go shoot locations in Los Angeles? Here's $500 a day for a closet-sized boiler room. And it's like, no thanks. But the example that I kind of want to bring up is just, you're always going to have people that it feels like their sole purpose, everybody in your life has a lesson to teach you, right? It feels like there's always going to be one person who teaches you a lesson about what you do not want to work with and who you do not want to work with. James dealt with that when making the Angry Video Game Nerd movie. I don't want to spoil it because it's you have to read it for yourself. But it's like just some shitty guy who's like, you tell him one thing and he does something else. And that's kind of what I dealt with in my semester here. Not on a production scale, but just, I guess, in general, of just like some guy who's like, oh, I'm hot shit and I'm funny, haha, charismatic, blowing smoke up people's asses, but not actually being genuine, just trying to get ahead. And it's like, I don't know. At first I was like, oh, I'm angry and I hate that guy and blah, blah, blah. But now I'm just like, you know what, that's sad. I feel sad that there are people like that who just manipulate others and talk shit behind other people's backs for their own personal gain. I mean, I'm kind of talking shit behind his back, but it just sucks when it's like, yeah, let's make movies and do stuff together and be creative, and then you got this one guy who's like, yeah, I'm just gonna like make everyone think they're so good, and then be like, no, I disagree, you suck, and like a bunch of other shit. I don't know. You're gonna wanna, it's like, you wanna be professional, I guess, when you're making movies. Or not professional, but just, if there are issues, you want to treat it like you're an adult, right? You want to be, okay, there's a problem. It's not me versus you, it's me and you versus the problem. Let's try and resolve the problem, or at least talk about it. But then you're always going to have people who are like, okay, this person doesn't want to talk about the problem. They want to like make it worse, or they are the problem, and it's just, I don't know. And yeah, I learned a lot because there was one time in the production class where a TA came in, gave a really good presentation about pitches, blah, 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 whatever that stuff. And then I like asked them any advice on setting professional boundaries. And they were like, it's always going to be hard. There's never going to be an easy way to do it, but just like designating someone to talk to about different issues and whatnot. And I needed that because, yeah, it's like, I'm sad that kind of person exists. That's just like, I'm just going to talk shit behind other people's backs and spread rumors and rock the boat for no reason, but other than for my own social gain. But people like that exist. And I guess better to run into that kind of person now than down the road working on a big production or whatever. Then it's just like, oh, what the fuck? Who is this guy? But yeah, I don't know. Don't much care for him, but I think it'll work out. I don't have to be friends with him. Don't want to be friends with him. And if I run into that kind of person again, I'll just set a boundary right there and just be like, I'm not interested in working with you. So, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you learn more from people than you do a syllabus or something like that. And not just like, oh, the film industry or whatever, but just any industry, anything else in life, work, whatever. And the same thing goes for another person who's not as bad, but they've sort of taught me and reminded me of how draining it is to be around negative people. And I'm not talking like, oh, I'm depressed, I'm sad, I'm going through some shit. I'm talking people who are like, well, this thing sucks, that thing sucks, and I don't want to give feedback because you guys are gonna hate me, and blah, blah, blah. Like, just like, what, dude? why are you being so? I feel like you're being negative. I noticed that you're like saying these negative things, and you're like catastrophizing everything, and I just want to know why. Like, it's okay, but also just, and then people who are like, oh, I want to get the easy way out. I know this is college and whatever, and we're in a film program, but I want to get the easy way out. I don't want to do work, or not exactly like that, but there's been some people where I just feel like they don't want to do the work, but they want like, oh, it's just an easy A class. Like, no, you're gonna have to do work. Sorry. And it just sucks when you're just trying to work together as a team. You assign different tasks, and then you end up having to do someone else's task anyway. And I don't know, it just feels like walking on eggshells. And I'm going to make sure my camera isn't dying again. We're good, unless my mic died. My mic might die, honestly, but it's fine. Anyway, people who have a problem for every solution, and people who complain about work and always want an easy way out, when it's like, you're gonna have to do work, sweetie. I'm not saying that like, oh, you have to fucking like spend 2 weeks finding locations and getting equipment and learning how to use every single goddamn camera and lens ever made. But no, just something as simple as like, let's make a shot list. Okay, that's relatively easy. And also knowing that nothing is set in stone. I don't like that either, and I'm also learning about that there are people who are like, everything has to be perfect from day one. No. Not everything has to be perfect from day one. Especially like that's why a lot of people love improv, love doing just winging shit. That's what I did with the feature-length film. I already forgot the name of it. What was it? My Beach House. His Beach House. Yeah, His Beach House. That's what I did. Did it for the contest. Improv'd it. Fucking went with it. And Remote Road also. I almost said Remote Road 2, but that's referencing the dumb short meme I made. But anyway, same thing with Remote Road. I wasn't like, okay, I have this story Bible planned out and this script that I'm going to memorize to a T. Everything's going to be perfect. No, I was literally just like, hey, what if I like told a story about a guy who lost his memory and he had to drive across the country to find it? Like that was basically it. So it's just like nothing set in stone. One bad day doesn't mean a fucking catastrophe. The whole thing's gonna suck and everything's doomed. Like, no. Maybe if it's like, okay, a few days of bad shit, let's talk about stuff. But no, just one single day, not even a day, a class, like 2 hours, like, I don't know. I try to be optimistic, and sometimes I'm a bit pessimistic, but I also want to be realistic and practical and rational so we make good, well-informed decisions and not just shit based on temporary emotions. Like, let's have a fucking permanent solution for a temporary problem that will make things worse in the long run. So, I don't know. And I guess obligatory, like, this is why I do stuff by myself. But, I don't know. Just those people like that, like, you kind of have to just deal with them. And again, it's still not like, oh, I hate them all, I don't want to work with them, blah, blah, blah. No, it's just like, I just want to be able to communicate how I feel with them and just be like, I feel like there's a problem and I feel like we can work it out, so let's try it. If not, I don't know, do something else. But I don't know, man. The other thing that sucks too is that it's my last semester, not just only at like this college, but college in general. I do not intend on going to college anymore after this. I'm fucking done. Unless, I don't know, I get a fucking master's in Egyptology easy at like someplace. I don't know. So it's just like that bad senioritis of just like, I want to get the fuck out of here. And I know that everyone else is going to have the same shit too. But for me personally, I'm like, I want to be done with this shit forever so I can get back, or not get back, well, I guess technically get back to making shit for you guys, making shit for me. And again, to quote James Rolfe, you have to like it before anybody else does. And I don't know, I just want to try and keep making more content, because it just sucks, man. You want to work together because that's what filmmaking is. Most of the time, filmmaking is a team effort. Filmmaking is a thing that you do with other people. But it just sucks when you have like these experiences and it's just like, I don't want to work with people. Like, I'm trying to think. Like, I made a music video for college a couple years ago. That was fun. Made fucking, what was it? How to Happy. Made that with a couple people. That was fun. Made fucking like that short horror film 3 Nights In with my friends in whatever, Wyoming. That was fun. The other times that I have made stuff with other people and put it on this channel has been fun. And it just sucks that now it's just like, yeah, it's kind of fun, but there's some tension that I wish wasn't here because, I don't know. So, yeah. Again, they're just lessons. They're temporary. Don't have to see them again. But I do want to at least just communicate and just be like, let's just see where we stand, and then we can move on with our lives. But alas, beggars can't be choosers. So I guess that's kind of just stuff I've learned from people and whatever. And also that that another thing I learned is that you can talk to people about issues that you have. And hopefully it might not get resolved perfectly, but at least you have people that you can talk to regarding it. So that's always nice. Did that. Probably going to do it again. But I don't know. I just hope it works out. I just hope it's fun. Because, like, the other project that I worked on, the student film that I edited at the other institution I was at, that was fun. I liked that. It was cool, fun. It was cool. It was enjoyable working with the director. That was fun. Just, I don't know. Wish I got to do more stuff like that, I guess. But I don't know. Might make a feature length. Might make a fucking actual movie about how I feel right now. But yeah. Oh well. Another sad thing too regarding the one classmate was like I feel like they were under the impression that, because I think they literally said like, oh, we're the losers doing the winner's work, me being one of the losers, or like, oh, I was promised that I'd get to make my own movie when you join the program or whatever, and it just sucks because it's like, okay, yeah, you don't want to be like, you're never gonna make your own movie, give up and fucking leave. No, it's more like you kind of have to, it's a roll of the dice whether or not you'll get to make your own shit in college. And you know what? That's okay. It hurt the first time I got rejected at whatever, the other institution, but I dealt with it. I'm like, oh, I got my film rejected? Here's a dumb short film about my missing sock or whatever. And then this time it was like, okay, whatever. But when they kind of like complained about it, I felt sad because it was like, I can't imagine kind of having that sort of expectation and then having it completely dashed instead of just being like, okay, I may make my film, I may not get to make my film. Kind of have to just accept it and whatever. So, I don't know. And I don't like this mentality of, I'm going to sneeze. Okay, I'm done. I don't like the mentality of losers doing winners' work. I don't think it's that. It's just a thing of like, okay, I didn't get picked. Whatever. It's not the end of the world. That's okay. I would rather pitch and get feedback from my peers than like work on a whole ass thing, spend a bunch of money to send it to a dumb film festival and then not hear anything back forever and not know why. So, I don't know. Sometimes you're a loser, sometimes you're a winner. That's life. That's life. You're not always gonna be like, oh, number one, blah blah blah. But it's like that's okay. Like I don't mind. It's not like, oh, I got rejected, so I'm gonna shut my YouTube channel down. But oh well. I can't control what they think. I can't change how they feel and whatever. I can only say how I feel and then put the ball in their court. But yeah, it's just unfortunate having to work with a negative person, a pessimist. But I don't know. So yeah, that's about it. I'll probably do. I feel like I want to do something big before I graduate. I don't know what though, but I am still gonna make another video where I'm like, oh, here's what I learned in my last semester of film school, blah blah blah. Probably gonna fucking say, don't go, it's not worth it. But I don't know. I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm hoping that this semester will have more good experiences. And it'll be fun. I hope so. And that the obstacles can be overcome with just simple communication and resolution and not like, yeah, no, I'm going to throw a tantrum until I get my way. Like, no, fuck that. So, yeah. But until now, that's what I learned from my third semester of film school. Whatever. It is what it is. Almost done. And yeah. Well, I don't know what else to talk about, and quite frankly, I don't really feel like talking anymore because my throat is starting to get dry. I'm gonna probably chug a bunch of soda or Powerade or water. Drink your fucking water. Hydration is important. If you don't hydrate, you'll dihydrate. Put that on a shirt, please. Trademark me. Redbubble, 50% off. Yeah. I made a joke in the last video where it was like, "Hi, I keep saying so, yeah." Anyway, but I think other than that, I'm gonna try and do something for Valentine's Day. Couldn't do a holiday special. A lot of shit happened. But I do have a very good idea for Valentine's Day. And I hope you guys will like it because I'm gonna try and make it sort of funny, sort of a horror, maybe more comedy than horror, like Evil Dead or something.
Evil Dead 2 specifically because it's funny.
But yeah, that'll be fun. Look forward to that. I still have to figure out what I want to do for the third episode of GHS. Don't worry, it's not going to be as long as the second one. I don't know. I'm still learning the ropes of how to do these review funny things. I don't know, but yeah. So yeah, but anyway, that's it. That's all I learned. If I figure out I might honestly just start writing shit down as it occurs. That way I can be like, oh, in my final video, here's what I learned, and I'll have a big ass fucking list. But yeah, just wanted to elaborate, clarify what's been happening third semester, because I hope that by sharing this stuff, it'll inspire anyone else who's maybe considering going to film school or who's reflecting on what their experience was. But yeah, I just want to share my experience with you guys and also just to kind of document it myself. So maybe like 10 years later, I'll be like, that was a fucking mistake. I don't know why I'm going to sound like this in 10 years, but you know what? Fucking who cares? So that's what I learned from my third semester at film school. Hope I learn a lot more this last semester. If not, it's going to be a very short video. But anyway, thanks. There goes my heater. Thanks again for watching, guys. Looking forward to making more content. And you guys look forward to more content. Whatever. Go make your own content, seriously. I may not be like, oh, is film school worth it? No, like, don't even fucking give a shit about that. Go make stuff right now. Whether you have a camcorder or your phone, do it. Do whatever. Don't even care about like, oh, people are gonna see it. Who cares? Just go make it. Go make stuff. It can be like a little 30-second dumb meme, or it can be like a feature-length film with whatever you want to do. Just do it. You don't need a fucking education for filmmaking. You don't. Just do it. So, yeah. Until next time. I don't have a funny bit to close out with. Other than, remember to be awesome and stay awesome. Go make a movie. Go make a short film. Go make a sketch. Anything. Do whatever you want. So, yeah. Okay. Have a lovely week. Have a lovely evening. Have a lovely whatever. Okay. Bye, guys. Thanks.